Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Been There, Done That. I'm your host, Salma, and today we will be joined by Sharada Ramesh, a very experienced alumni who is currently studying at La Trobe in Melbourne and is also our valuable AECC intern here at our Melbourne office. Today's topic will be cultural integration and the challenges you might face as an international student coming here into Australia and specifically Melbourne, and what you should be prepared.
So my name is Sharda Ramesh and I'm from India. I've done my bachelor's in commerce and my master's of international business back in India. But here I've come again to do my master's of financial analysis because I worked in few financial sectors back in India and I wanted to explore more in this industry because I think it has a great opportunity out there. So that's why I'm in Australia. And if you ask me why Australia and not any other country, interesting. But then I think it's mainly because of what I've heard, how safe it is for international students in Australia compared to other countries, and the cultural exposure that you get here. It's not like anywhere else. So that's why Australia.
Oh, I love that. You answered the question before I could even ask it.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
And have you found that it is as safe as you thought, or were your expectations met?
Yeah, I think when I was selecting which country to go to, the first priority of my family was my safety because as a girl and you're traveling and you're in another country, so obviously. But when I came here, I did hear a lot about junkies and few things that's there in Australia, but that's what I've never experienced any of it yet. And even before, at least I used to live in the university campus, so I did feel safe because La Trobe provides glider service in the night after 6 till morning 6. So it takes you around university because it's a huge campus. Bandura is a huge campus, so it takes you around university and drops in few of the points that's closer to the train station as well.
Yeah.
So it was safe. I did feel safe because I was living in campus. But then now I've moved a little ahead of campus because I want to be independent, like take a house and be there. So, and my area is also like it's pretty chill. I mean, I've never encountered any such culture shocks or anything like that.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
really nice to hear. So, in terms of the expectations that you had, the AECC branch that obviously facilitated you coming here, did they provide you with any expectations, or how did they sort of prepare you to come here?
Yeah. So AECC back in India. So my sister's friend works at AECC in India, and that's how I got to know even AECC exists. And when we went there, she was very helpful in taking all my documents, in applying for the right colleges and letting me know what colleges offer what kind of courses and what's the syllabus because I had to be aware of it prior. So yeah, and even with helping contacting the university regarding my offer letter or even the student scholarship that I got, it is all because of them. I think they didn't let me, they didn't disappoint me at any point. They did help me in every step of till I got my visa. And you will not believe till I landed here. I think even after I landed here, like in 15-20 days, the first place I visited was the AECC office.
Oh,
So,
just felt like you, like a little piece of home
yeah,
here.
definitely, yeah. Because I don't know how many other agencies do this, but the initiative that AACC has taken to keep connected with students who come from offshore here and who are studying here is a good one. I don't think many of them do it.
And that's a very interesting point. Do
Yeah.
you know any event or like something that AECC, whether it was here or offshore, that they organized to help you get acquainted with other people in the same scenario?
Yeah, so I would first talk about AECC back in India. Before I came here, there was a pre-departure meeting that happened in India, and where everybody who traveled to Melbourne or everybody who traveled to Australia were there. So we did get to speak to a lot of people, and I did meet people who study in La Trobe. Did we still friends even today? So we did get connected and stuff like that, and they gave a brief, like a seminar, I would say, about how Australia is going to be, what we can expect, what are the culture difference that's going to be, and how we have to how we can adapt ourselves to that. So it was a good pre-departure session that they held, And even after coming to Australia, I as soon as I landed, my agent called me and asked if I settled in and stuff like that. She made sure that even for the accommodation, she did suggest me a few places that I can contact for my accommodation, so that it's not hard for me to, like once I come here, it's not difficult for me to just adjust to any kind of accommodation, right? So she did assist me in all of those, and which was more like not like a counselor student, but more like a friend. I think that helped a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that must be such a nice feeling.
Yeah, yeah. And even when we came to Australia, I received a mail regarding the welcome day that was happening. So it happened like 15, 20 days after I arrived. So, when we came to office, it was a very warm welcome. So, finally you feel like you're seeing my people.
Yeah.
It was a very good vibe, and everybody interacted really well. They didn't make us feel out of space. And even in the welcome day event, I did meet a lot of, Indian students, a lot of international students, a lot of students who study in Latrobe, and I didn't know them. And even today we connect. We meet sometimes. It's a great initiative that AECC is taking.
In the pre-departure seminar that they held in the offshore office before you got here, what were the main points, if you can remember? This is a detailed question. What were the points that they raised about the culture here in Australia? What did they actually prepare you for to expect?
When the pre-departure meeting that happened in Australia, from the beginning they started talking about the weather and what kind of people have settled in here, and about many other things. But to be more specific, they concentrated more on how an international student should adapt to Australia. So they spoke about the weather, what essentials to carry, about PTV card, about the TFN. What are the necessity things that had to be done as soon as we arrived to Australia.
Yep.
Get a local SIM card, contact your family immediately when you land, and the transportation from the airport to your university or the place you live. So they spoke a lot about those aspects.
That's very detailed.
Yeah, very detailed. Yeah. So, and even about what Medicare to take, what medical insurance to take, and what kind of banks are available. And they even told us to open a bank account when we were in India only, and just go and do your verification once you land here.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
okay.
It was pretty good.
So pretty smooth, you'd
Pretty
say,
smooth,
with the
yeah.
advice.
So before even I came to Australia, I kind of knew what I can expect. Okay, there are different types of transportations. Okay, I need to buy a PTV. I mean, I need to buy a PTV card. I need to buy my TFN.
Yep.
All that was sorted.
And so, did you found that what they set you up for was met? Like all these expectations here were met, or were you surprised by anything?
No, actually, even when about the university or about the course that I was taking, what they had told was very much what it is here.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good, and it's a good thing that they kind of prepare you, because once you're here, you're so lost because you're all alone. You have no friends also.
Yeah.
So it's kind of good. And the pre-departure meeting that happened there, since we connected with different friends and different kind of people, there were groups that were traveling. So because most of them were the same kind of flights, because it was the same intake.
Yeah.
So there were groups that were traveling here, and like people were like, if they didn't find accommodations, they would connect with each other and like, okay, where are you staying? Can I just stay with you for a few days till I find another one? So it was a good thing.
Yeah, no, it's like a sense of community, at least in a foreign country.
Yeah. Sense of community back. I mean, in India, that was created. That is still there. That exists even now.
Yeah, and again, very nice feeling.
Yeah,
especially like being scared and alone in this country. Definitely helped with your adjustments here, you would say.
Yeah.
So that's nice. That's nice to hear. So so you come from Bangalore, is that right?
Yeah, I come from Bangalore.
So the difference between Bangalore and right now we're in Melbourne, culture-wise, what was the biggest or most memorable shock that you've had?
Culture-wise, I think the culture of having early dinner. In Australia,
very interesting.
Yeah, in Australia, people are done by 6.
Yep.
Shops close by 5:36, and when I'm going to go out at 6, and I'm like, what's happening? Everything is closed.
Everyone's home.
Everyone's home. But Bangalore, things open at 6, and go until midnight. So that was a big culture shock for me, at least. I was like, what's happening? Where am I?
Where'd everyone go?
Yeah, for the first week, I was so like, I go at 6, things are closed. I go at 7, things are closed. What's happening?
Yeah.
So it took a little time for me to adjust with that. And now in recent times, I think the daylight saving is another big thing for me. Daylight till 8 o'clock. I've never experienced that back in Bangalore or India. So that's another different thing. And another thing about food, I would say.
Okay.
In South India, I'm from the southern part of India. So over there, usually we have hot breakfast. Like hot stuff to eat in the morning, like for breakfast. But here it's more of cold stuff, and I think I like eating, cold
What, like
sandwich or
cereal?
yeah. I think I'm a cold breakfast person.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You found a new identity for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, something new,
That's
something that I didn't expect that I would like.
That's such a specific example, but it's so true now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Because, like,
right.
yeah, where I'm raised, like in Egypt, we also have hot things for breakfast.
Yeah.
Like falafel or
Yeah.
like it's always, man, what? You're gonna make me think about this now.
But isn't it true? Don't
It
you
is
think
true.
so? Yeah.
It is completely
Yeah.
true.
So back in Bangalore, my favorite breakfast would be idli or dosa. But here it's fruit and yogurt and muesli on top.
You're a changed person. You're a
Yeah.
brand new girl. Now, who is this?
Change for the
Yeah.
good.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
At least that's the most important part.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's really nice to hear that you found a brand new identity for yourself. You're a muesli, yogurt, fruit loving woman, and that's really good for you.
Yeah.
But what was, I guess I wouldn't say, not in a negative way, but what was a challenge that you faced, something that you actually had to overcome to be more comfortable here?
The one most challenging thing for me, at least, was public transport. I think
Interesting.
there are, in Bangalore, we do have trains and, buses, and now metro is also there in southern part of India. But then it's kind of easy, is what I felt. But here when I came, I didn't, there were 3 different types of transport used in the same day. In Bangalore, we don't do that. We take trains to only go from one city to another city. Internally, like it's a suburb or something, we just take a bus or take an auto or take a cab.
Right.
But here, you use all the 3 different types of transport on the same day. You can use a bus, you can use a tram, you can use a train. And to get to know where do I get in and where do I get out was a task.
Oh, God.
I remember the first week when I landed, there's ISKCON temple at St. Kilda. So I used to live in Bandura. So from there, I had to go to ISKCON. And I was lost thrice.
3 times?
3 times, yeah. Because even if I Googled it, even if the best part here is, you just Google the place and it'll show you what transport to take and what time. That's a good part. But then, for somebody who doesn't know how to travel in public transport, to come here and get lost is very easy.
Yep.
I think I got lost thrice, and all the 3 times I decided I'm going to go back home now. I'm just going to go back the same way I came. But then there was something that I was like, no, I'm here. Let me just explore. Even if I get lost, what will happen? I anyway have battery in my phone and there's bank balance, so I can just survive and just go back home. I know that, yeah. So I got lost in Southern Cross, and then I didn't know what to do. And thankfully, there was another lady with me. I just asked her, I need to go to St. Kilda. How do I go? She said, no, get out, go in the tram, and then take this. So public transport was the most difficult. Even today, it's been 8 months that I'm here. So whenever I have to commute from office to my college, I'll still Google. I'll be like, do I take a bus? Do I take a tram? Do I take a train? What do I take?
What is your favorite form of public transport, though?
I think train.
Train. Most comfortable.
Most comfortable.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I like your answer.
Yeah.
Bus is lowest for me.
Buses, no, for me, tram is the lowest. Because I live in Bandura. So from Flinders to Bandura, it'll take an entire year for me to travel
At least
there.
a couple of days, yeah.
Yeah. So the bus is okay, second option. If I have no train, then I take the bus. Otherwise, I think train is the easiest way of transport in Melbourne, at least.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Even if there are disruptions, even if there is a replacement and things like that, that happens once in a while.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like once in a while, you can be late to office or late to college.
I understand. Everyone knows.
Yeah, everyone knows there's disruption. It's okay. But the most easiest way, I think, is train.
I think the trickiest thing about me with public transport when I first came here is that, you know how trams and trains, they stop at every single stop?
Yeah.
But when you're on a bus, you have to know where you're going.
Yeah.
And you have to tell the bus driver to stop.
Yeah, you need to press the
red
red button.
Yeah.
initial days I didn't know how to press it.
Me
And
either.
I'm like, why isn't the bus stopping here?
Yeah.
And then I realized, and then even there's another trick. If you have to get off in the next stop, you have to press the button as soon as you leave the previous stop.
Yep.
Otherwise, you go closer to the stop and press also, he'll think it's the next stop.
Yeah.
So he will not stop in that stop.
Mhm.
See,
all
so
about
many
timing.
stops and stops and stops in the public
And then
transport.
they're not even stopping. All of these
Yeah.
stops, they're not even stopping.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the design of the buttons on, so it's on trams and on buses, that stop button.
Yeah.
For anyone that hasn't seen it before, looks like an emergency stop button.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I thought the tram would just break down if I touched it.
Yeah.
But it's not true. You have to press it to get
Yeah,
off at your
yeah,
stop.
yeah.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah, but one good thing, even if there are 3 different transports, and even if you're using all the 3 different transports on the same day to reach one place, one destination, the best part is it's very convenient.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of convenience. You just have to open your PTV or Google and then check what time it is. And here they're very punctual. It might be the train or the bus or the tram. They're very punctual. They're on time.
Yep.
They're never late. And if there's any disruption, it's already alerted before. So you don't, you're not in a dilemma. I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah,
It's not a
exactly.
last minute thing. It's already informed to you that it's going to be there. So be prepared for it.
Yeah, exactly. And then you
Yeah.
plan accordingly. You get to your place beforehand. Yeah, 100%. Yes.
So another major, culture shock that I would want to tell here is about the cockatoos. You know, there's these white parrots with the yellow thing on their head. Yeah. At Bandura, they are in hundreds and millions. They're everywhere, and especially in Latrobe, they're everywhere. The first night I slept, I couldn't sleep because they were right at my window and they were making this weird screaming noise that they make.
Yeah.
Oh my God! God bless you if they're around your house. I swear.
Luckily not at the moment. I don't know if they're like seasonal, if they are they just around your house all the time.
No, it's not around my house, but it's in the campus. Since Bandura is a huge campus, Latrobe is a huge campus, and there's a lot of lake and a lot of greenery. They're everywhere.
They just
It's
love
like
it
I'm
there.
studying with them.
Maybe they're trying to get an education. Why are you trying
Latrobe is educating everybody.
You see,
Even the birds.
cockatoos, people,
Even the birds.
even the birds.
Kangaroos, possums.
What?
Yeah.
Kangaroos on campus?
Latrobe has a wildlife sanctuary inside campus.
Okay.
Yeah, so there are a lot of possums, a lot of kangaroos, a lot of wild animals also.
Yeah. You know what's the cockatoos though, going back to these very deceptive animals, because they look so beautiful.
Yeah.
You go up to them and you're like, wow, what a beautiful animal.
The minute they open their mouth, you're disappointed.
Yep. They're like Melbourne's natural alarm.
Yeah, that's true.
If they don't wake me up by like 4 a.m., something's wrong.
Yeah.
What happened to the birds?
Yeah, especially if you're living around Bandura, then they are your alarm clocks. You don't have to set an alarm.
I mean,
They'll wake
come
you
on.
up.
See, Melbourne provides you with everything.
Yeah.
How beautiful is
That's why I'm here.
So back home, did you have like a similar kind of wildlife, or did you experience another shock when you came here and you saw the amount of animals that are just everywhere?
Yeah. Back in Bangalore, it's not, I mean, we don't have a wildlife sanctuary or anything as such in the city. We do have it a little ahead of the city, in the outskirts.
Yeah.
And those are all, like caged and stuff. So it's not really like we don't get in contact with any of the wild animals. But here in Australia, you just get on the highway and you might end up seeing a kangaroo.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cows, horses.
Yeah. So, domestic animals are still there back in Bangalore, but here here there's a lot of wild animals. Like I said, there's spiders and kangaroos, and there's cockatoos and
the
stuff.
cockatoos.
Yeah.
The unheard monster of Melbourne.
No, they're heard all over. You cannot not hear them.
That's true.
Yeah, they are heard. They make sure you hear them.
Yeah. The second you leave the borders of Victoria.
Yeah, they're there.
Yeah.
They're attacking you.
Oh my God! What? That's not what I was saying. Why? Why are they attacking me?
I meant they're following you.
Oh, they love me.
Yeah. They love all humans.
Yeah, and they're Latrobe students. That's very important.
Very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cockatoos are. Yep. So speaking of the wildlife, have you been on any road trips here?
Yeah. Since we were new and we wanted to explore, I have been to Ballarat.
Ooh.
And I've been to Werribee, the wildlife park in Werribee.
Beautiful. Did you go on the safari bus?
Yes.
Fun.
Yes. So and few other places, Dandenong Ranges, because my friend lives close by, so we'd gone there for a small trek.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So these kind of landscapes, were you also used to seeing them back home, or
not in my city, not in Bangalore, but a little outskirts, like the other places around Bangalore, maybe,
Yeah.
Mysore and Coorg and stuff like that, but not in Bangalore.
Yeah, not in the main city.
Not in the
itself.
main city. Not
Okay,
in the
that
main
makes sense.
city. I mean, even here it's more of outskirts, but
Yeah, a little
yeah.
bit.
But then here you have the choice to explore.
Yeah.
In Bangalore, in the southern part of India, I've been born and brought up there, so I'm always around that.
Yeah.
So the excitement might not be that much, but here I'm more excited to see new places and to explore.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a fresh new canvas,
Yeah,
and you just
yeah,
get to
yeah.
do whatever you want.
That's true. Yeah. So I've still, I have a bucket list where I have to go to the Great Ocean Road,
Yeah.
and I've not been to the Phillip Island. So there are a few places that I'm still planning,
Yeah.
but I'm concentrating on studying right now.
Good.
Important.
But I mean, your break is very soon. So
Break
you'll
is
be
very soon.
all
I'm
over-
waiting. Yes.
all over Australia when that's done.
Yeah.
You
For that,
planning-
I need to earn.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The harsh reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice that everything there is accessible. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you don't need a car to get around. If you want to go to the Great Ocean
Yeah.
Road, Southern Cross Station, hop on a train, go either direction. I caught a bus to Phillip Island once. Very smooth trip.
Yeah.
And it's like, what, $8 just to go explore these places?
Mm.
And that's really, really nice.
Yeah, that's one good part in Melbourne. I do agree that, people say that, as an international student, car is an essential thing that you need to have. But it's been 8 months and I've not felt it. I don't feel it's essential.
Yeah.
It might be maybe later on, but right now I think public transport is good enough.
Yeah.
So I don't want to invest in getting a car right now.
Yeah. Plus, it's the easiest way to get to know this city. I mean, like, to know what direction the suburbs are in, because every train line is like in different directions, and
every time you get into a train or tram and get lost, you'll redirect your route to home. So
yeah.
You and end of the day explore the place.
And you're speaking from a lot of experience.
A lot of experience of being lost. Yes.
Getting lost 3 times in one day is
in a day. Yes.
Is an achievement that I can't say I've heard of before, but
yeah.
Very good going.
Thank you.
And I like that you weren't devastated, or you weren't like panicking. You were just like, oh well, I'm here now.
Yeah.
Just have a look.
Because people here are very friendly. That's one thing that I didn't expect. Because I there are a lot of racism that people talk about and stuff like that, but I didn't expect that here. They are very, very friendly people. You can just ask anybody for any help and they'll be there.
They're more than happy to assist you.
Yeah, they're more than happy to assist. Yeah, and it was easy. It kind of gets easy when you're in an international place and people around you make you feel comfortable. It's not necessary that they come and tell you hi every day morning. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's just that they mind their own business and you mind your own business. But if you want any kind of help, they're there. You can just be like, excuse me, you know what? I just need to go here.
Yeah.
How do I do it? And then they're happy to help.
Yeah. So you're never like fully, truly alone in making these decisions.
No. And for the longest time, I chose not to make friends in uni because I came like a month before my university started. So for that 4 weeks, I was all alone. So I was alone and I would explore places by myself.
Yeah.
And if I had anything, I would just ask the person next to me or the bus driver. Yeah.
Just casually.
Casual, yeah.
Speaking of the positive experience that you had with like the social orientation of the people here, do you feel like you've benefited something from Australian culture in enhancing your personality?
I think I've become more friendly now because I see such people around me.
Yeah.
Become more helpful, because back in India, Indians are also very helpful. But then back there, you mind your own business until and unless you're asked for help.
Right.
But here, if something's happening and people see it's not right or wrong, they do come and ask, are you all right?
Yeah.
So I've started being more human, I think.
More like proactive.
Proactive, more sensible towards my surrounding. That's what I think Australia has taught me.
Yeah. And in return, have you found that you have a space to express your own culture and what you've brought from in south of India and Bangalore here?
Yeah, in La Trobe, the university I'm studying in, we do have a Bollywood society.
Oh.
Which is for Indian students. So I meet a lot of Indian students there. And La Trobe has a lot of Indian students as well.
Yep.
So I don't think I'm away from India. If I'm in the university, I'm always surrounded by Indians.
Yeah.
And, even in my workplace, there are few Indians. So I don't feel I'm away from home.
You don't feel like you're left out of anything or?
No, I want to be left out. I want to meet a lot of Australians and go out and explore, but I'm always surrounded with Indians. So. It's not a choice, but I have no choice.
Surrounded by your community, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, and I think being surrounded by Indians in the university or in office, even if I'm making fun of it right now, saying that I've not met many Australians, it's a sense of security.
Mm.
I feel secure that, okay, I'm around my people.
Yeah.
I can just call my friend and be like, you know what, I'm feeling this sick or anything like that, and I can just talk.
Yeah.
And he'll be there or she'll come and stuff like that. So it's kind of good initiative that they have taken in Latrobe, and Latrobe also supports the Bollywood Society a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of support from the university as well for Indian students. It's a good initiative by them.
That's nice to hear. You've adjusted well.
Yes.
8 months.
Yes.
And you loving it?
I'm loving it, yes.
That's
I love
nice.
my work. I love my university. I love the friends that I've made. And it's a good change for me because I feel a sense of responsibility now.
Yep.
I feel that being an international student, being in another country, it's very important to feel very secure.
Yep.
It might be job, it might be the place you live in, it might be the friends around you.
Mm.
So I think I'm getting there. Maybe not I've got it, but I'm getting there.
That's nice. You see the light. You see the way in front of you.
Yeah, it's there.
So to wrap this up, do you have any advice that you would want to give any international student that is yet to come here, what they should look out for and such?
I think for people who want to explore Australia and who want to come here and study, it's a great opportunity. There's a lot. I know your home country India also has a lot of good institutes and good job opportunities and everything. But then here, it's a different, as a person, you look life in a different way. You look at life in a different way. It's not the same. Over there, you're more secured because you have your parents, you have your family, you are surrounded with your people. But here, you're all alone. So you get to explore yourself. And that is very important.
Yeah.
It's important to know who you are and where you are than just being at home and being, okay, I'm going to be at home. I'm going to be around my people and feel secure for life.
Yeah.
No, just step out and see what the real world is. Because here, even if you fall, you need to pick up yourself.
Yep.
There's nobody else to pick you up. And when you pick yourself up, you will know what you're capable of.
Yeah.
So as international students, I think, it's very important to explore a lot of things. I've just started waiting to explore many more things.
Yeah. And another piece of advice, if you get lost 3 times in a day, don't give up.
Don't give up.
Take a look around.
Even if you get lost 3 times in your life, don't give up. Not giving up is one thing that every international student or any student who's coming to another country should learn.
Yeah.
It's very important not to give up. Because the minute you give up, you're lost. Come on.
Yeah.
So you will find your way. The destination is there. You can see it. Just hook or crook, just reach it. Don't give up.
So much for watching all of that conversation and for tuning in through Sharda's journey. And I hope that you feel just a little bit more prepared in your journey here to Australia and a little bit more comfortable with it. And you know what to expect now. If you want to get in tune with more videos like this, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification button. Catch you next time.